Statement. This should be fun. Observation. Now that is the master I remember.
So, welcome everybody to the Alliance live show number 90. We're geared up here to get the Revan event going live. I'm excited. You know, I'm going to get to unlock my Revan here in a moment. Well, at least I'm going to try to. I've heard some different rumors about it being really hard. You know, typically we do these things at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and you know, it's a little bit more, you know, relaxed after a long work day. But you know, I had you know, the event dropped today at literally 2 p.m. during, you know, the day, so I couldn't do it at that time. I had to work, but I want to jump into it now and see if we can get them. But before we do that, let me announce the co-hosts. I'm with the hostess, or the co-hostess with the mostess. Good old Maurice. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm just a good little hostess this evening.
A co-host with the mostest.
Yeah, good, man. How you guys doing?
Good. And I'm also joined by Avinash. How you doing, Abby?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Excellent. We've already got one dislike, so you know the stream's going to be a good one. We got Ranger joining us tonight too. Ranger unlocked his Revan a little bit earlier live as well. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm hoping that you can kind of give me some advice here while I play through this, and you know, hopefully I can figure this out. So this is where I'm at. going in, I've got Gear 12 Basti, Gear 12 Karth, Gear 12 HK, and then I've got a Gear 11 Juhani and a Gear 10 Canderous. Now, I haven't put the Zeta on Karth yet, but I've heard that that's pretty much a must, so I'm just going to do that now, so we can just get that out of the way.
Get that out of the way? Yeah.
I'm just going to get that out of the way right away, because, you know, I know that that's going to happen later, and people are going to be telling me not to do it, and I don't want to be in that circumstance where I'm even thinking about it. I'm just going to do it, okay? And it helps my ship anyway, so whatever, all right? You know, I got a 5-star Ebon Hawk coming right at you. But let's dive right in and get to it. So I'm going to jump into the event here and see how it goes. I've heard it's a really good event. I've done some more digging into Revan's history. There's credible evidence that Revan may have actually been a Sith Lord. Can you believe that? Put together something new for you based on what might have happened if Revan wasn't the hero we thought, but was instead a villain. I called it the Scourge of the Old Republic. Okay. Let's check it out. So at the beginning of the story...
you read the in-game message. I thought you were just like breaking it down for us.
No.
All right.
At the beginning of the story, Revan was stranded on a world called Taris. Revan sought glory by seeking to be the champion of the local fighting arena, but to win the famous champion Bendak Starkiller would have to be defeated. Bendak Starkiller, is that canon? Ranger?
So, what? Yeah, this is all canon.
Bendak Starkiller? There was a Starkiller, but okay. All right, some units have lore entry in this event, which can be inspected by tapping the lore icon. Yeah, I heard about this. That's pretty cool. All right, so, you know, Darth Revan's the event unit, and then we can use only Darth Revan. Okay, so that's kind of cool. It's a journey. What I'm wondering is that are we missing something here by not having the music? Is there like cool Old Republic music playing right now?
Well, if you don't want the video, if you want the video to be copyrighted and banned, sure, go ahead and play it.
It probably will be. It probably will be copyrighted and banned just because I put that commercial at the beginning of the video. I played the entry video for the Revan trailer. So,
I mean, that's up to you, brother, but I wouldn't do it, man.
I already got. It's already going to be banned. So it happened last time I did that too with C-3PO. I got a copyright strike. So well, not a copyright strike, but it was like I wasn't able to get any revenue from it. Whatever. This is about Revan. This is not about money. The legend of Revan's story began in orbit around the planet Taris.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm sure you don't care about the money, but I just don't want the video to be pulled.
Yeah. That definitely would suck. When Revan's ship was attacked by the Sith, Revan barely made it to an escape pod with a Republic soldier named Karth Onassi. Together, they crash-landed on Taris and began to look ways to earn credits and resources so they could escape. Revan desired a challenge, and Glory entered the Taris fighting arena under the alias Mysterious Stranger. Here we go, folks. Mysterious Stranger is on a tear. Will anyone be able to stop this whirlwind of doom? This is going to be ridiculous, right? One shot.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, that's cool. I love the animations. I mean, 25K on a basic. Okay, here we go. This is Starkiller. Bendak Starkiller. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a real treat. Coming out of retirement for one more battle, the infamous Bendak Starkiller. Will the mysterious stranger be able to keep up the lucky streak, or has it ended? Let's see the lore here on this. Bendak Starkiller was a champion of Taris fighting arena and was known throughout the sector for his combat prowess. Prior to Revan's arrival on Taris, he had retired, but witnessing Revan in battle led the fearsome champion to return to the ring for one more final battle. Okay. Bendak! I was afraid we weren't going to get to see Bendak attack, but obviously that didn't happen. Oh, Bendak. What a fight. What an upset.
Yeah, quite the competitor he is. Yeah.
What an upset. What an upset. We have a new champion of Terrace Arena. I give you the one, the only mysterious stranger. Yeah, this is the the beginning of Old Republic. This before, but he didn't have this armor yet at that time. He didn't even know who he was at this fight.
Or did he?
Or did he? Canon, Revan didn't know who he was. He thought he was a Jedi, or he thought he was just a regular dude, actually.
Or did he?
Okay, so having successfully escaped Taris, Revan's team made for Dantooine. In a hidden Jedi enclave, there Revan was retrained in the ways of the Force. As a test, the Jedi Masters sent Revan out to find a Padawan who was in danger of falling to the dark side. Okay.
I keep forgetting you're just reading the on-screen prompts. I thought you were giving the play-by-play.
I know.
What an upset.
Imagine if it was Harry Carey. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dantooine. We got a great fight for you today. Oh, look, it's some bald chick with the ponytail. She's in big trouble.
After teaming up with Canderous Ordo and rescuing Basta Lashan, Revan made for Dantooine and the hidden Jedi Enclave located there in Dantooine. Oh. At the Enclave, Jedi Council retained Revan in the ways of the Force, or retrained Revan in the ways of the Force, hoping to use buried memories as a secret weapon against the Sith. As a test, they sent Revan to find a missing Padawan named Juhani, who was in danger of falling to the dark side. You're not welcome here, Juhani says. This is the Padawan we were sent to find. Has she fallen to the dark side? Okay, let's see the lore here on Juhani. Lore. Revan found Juhani in a quiet grove, suffused with dark side energy, and knew a battle was imminent. Juhani may have thought herself strong, but she knew nothing of true power. Okay, here's Karth with an AoE to the face! Let's stick some dots on her. Oh! Juhani just going 1v4 on everybody. Just tearing it up.
It's a great matchup. We got Ryan Sandberg using 2 blasters, and Revan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and some woman from the 16th century with that hairdo. They're doing quite well.
Basil is definitely Sean Dunstan, huh?
How can you be so strong? How can you be so strong to defeat me here in my place of darkness? I was a fool to think myself strong. And then she kneels. She has forfeited 55 Revan shards. I hope that clap wasn't too much for you guys.
Oh, clap! I don't know what was going on.
I'm down with those pieces.
This right here gives some good event rewards there.
They weren't bad.
Stuff.
Some pretty good gear rewards, I gotta say. On the top of the shards. Okay, so
don't worry about they all go bye-bye.
After much effort, Revan's team managed to find what they had been searching for, a fragment of the lost galactic star map. But as they exited the cave of the Krayt Dragon, they ran into the bounty hunter Kalo Nord, who had been hired to stop them. Okay, so this is full squad here. Take a sip of my Dunkin' Donuts coffee, no advertisement.
I had some Dunkin' Donuts coffee today.
That's pretty cool.
Very average at best.
So it's pretty average.
Fancy.
This is a cool battle. Dantooine. Upon departing Dantooine, Revan's task was to find pieces of the star map. He's looking for the Star Forge scattered across the galaxy. One piece was on Dantooine, also was on Tatooine, but after they found it, a famous bounty hunter named Kalo Nord showed up with a score to settle. I'm impressed you made it this far. You're hard to kill, but this is where your journey ends. Look at this guy, Kalo Nord. He looks like a real aggressive dude.
He looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
He does look like that.
Holy smokes, Batman.
HK-47. Curious acknowledgement. Yes, master. Blast him. Except
shooting
extreme
people in the face
master.
is always a good policy.
Alright, let's go. AoE. AoE. Okay, HK-47. You know what I should have done before I started this battle was, level up HK-47 and Bastila with their Zetas. I didn't even look at them.
That might help. Yeah, that might be.
I didn't even look at them.
Well, you probably didn't even gear them up.
No,
like HK and Bastila, they've got a couple abilities you have to level up. Like they're level 1.
All right, after this battle, we'll do that real quick. I forgot about that part of it. Oh! That's a death right there. Right, here comes Revan. Let's take...
Yeah, I had a Zeta on cart, but I didn't have any Bastila or HK Zeta.
No, I didn't either on any of my kills.
I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna Zeta them immediately anyway because they're part of the Revan team. So...
You might want to have a little read first, though. Just don't blindly. I mean, you might want to check out what they do. You just start spamming your hard-earned Zetas everywhere.
I'm just gonna spam.
Remon's like, you don't know me. I'll do what I want.
I've got Zetas to spare here, brother. I'm just going Zeta crazy tonight.
Just because you have Zetas to spare doesn't mean you just need to blindly put them on characters. Like, I don't even know what does. Let me just put it on this HK.
That move,
I think
that special where he just like shoots electricity from the sky, where they just like twitch for like 3 seconds, is awesome. You know, they're like, "Ugh!" Oh wow, he just took out my Juhani with one shot. What the hell? I didn't even blink, and my Juhani's just gone. You see that?
You haven't seen nothing yet, buddy. You haven't seen anything yet.
We have the star map fragment. Let's return to the Ebon Hawk and plan our next move. I can't believe that just happened.
You didn't read the thing, did you?
No, what happened?
Because when he gets, I didn't either. The first time I went in, I was like, wait a minute. What the hell's going on? I looked at it. That the thing stacks and he can one-shot your characters.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
There's some tank gear for you. I got some Rancor gear as tank gear now.
Again, say goodbye to it. It's all going to go bye-bye soon.
Let's go to Bastila Fallen here, and we will give her a Force Bond. And whatever the hell this is. What is it? What's that? A 3 ability? Is this a unique?
Yeah, it's almost like the bounty hunters, the contracts, yeah.
Okay.
It's super expensive credit-wise. Look at that, 56K and 113K.
Well, I mean, yeah, they can take my credits, but not my. And she's gonna get this Zeta, right?
I would wait. No, you don't.
I would wait on that Zeta. It's really not that great.
You don't need it.
I was fine not using it.
Okay, HK is gonna get all the love.
You just need the one. You don't even need the one on HK. If you want to put it on, you can because you are going to use it. But
would you say his I think his second.
One.
Yeah, a second unique is better. I think.
The other one. His leader, I don't even need to touch right now. Really.
Yeah.
No. One of the events gives you 5 Zetas too, so you'll have a cool 100. And I think there's an achievement that gives you even more. So
yeah.
Maybe 7 total, 7 or 8. I think I got.
It was. I think 3 and 5 total. I think you're right, Mr. Good Old Maurice.
That was nice.
Loyalty to Masters.
That's a Zeta. Okay, and then we got this one. So which Zeta should I put on HK?
Just
Speedy figures are gonna mess up and accidentally Zeta. It's something you're just
loyalty figures.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared. His second unique.
Not self-reconstruction.
The second unique, you're talking about the loyalty to the master?
Loyalty to the master.
Yeah.
That's the one you can Zeta. The other one it's a nice one.
The other one, don't worry about.
You don't really need it for this. I don't think for this event. The only one you really need to have and worry about is Cart.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're good with that.
I got by with everybody.
You do you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back to the event. And now we're at tier 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so...
Maurice, is that your choo-choo trains again?
No, that's
well, choo-choo in the house.
That's
That's how we do it up here in North Carolina. We got them trains running all the time.
That's that's Thomas the Engine back over there for Maurice. Just
and here in the South, trains are our main source of transportation. So
Ajunta Paul. Okay, on a world called Korriban, that planet is mentioned a lot. I wonder if this is really if it really exists. On a world called Korriban, Revan fought the spirit of the Sith Lord named Ajunta Paul. Ajunta Paul is the first ever Sith Lord.
Or is it?
He is. Query Master, do you suspect this incorporeal meat bag is as susceptible to blast fire as regular meat bags? Only one way to find out. My tomb shall now be yours. Okay, so... Oh! Ajunta Paul! Aggressive off the bat. What has he got, like 3,000 speed? He went twice. Okay, lore. Little is known about the ancient Sith named Ajunta Paul, save that Revan and the companions encountered his spirit deep within the tomb of Korriban. The sheer unbelievability of the story has led many to believe that the tale of the Sith spirit is nothing more than a fable meant to amuse Cantina patrons across the galaxy. Boss battle. Oh. Come on. This boss can attack up to 3 times per turn and will automatically counterattack. He cannot be inflicted with ability block, fear, or death mark, or have his cooldowns increased. Alright, so he's basically ridiculous.
It was at this time Revan realized he messed up.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, inflicting fear is not gonna... Oh. It worked.
All right, I think that train conductor finally laid off. That guy's got he's a real funny guy. He just wants to lay on the horn for 5 solid minutes straight.
He's doing his show. Screw him. Hey.
It's the Polar Express just rolling by Maurice's house, ready to take him to the North Pole. Oh, Ajunta Paul in the face. Oh, Ajunta Paul. No.
Thanks, DFP. Cheers to Driven. People already saying he's bad.
I used to be important. Bemused anecdote, oh master. Is this a rare joy to be able to terminate something for the second time? What a rush. Do you suppose there are other transparent meat bags somewhere we could also exterminate? Let's just get out of here before anything else attacks us. Bastila says. Why do they do this? Where it says like victory. We didn't win anything. Okay. This is like we win at life.
Quit stalling and just get your butt whooping here in T5.
Take it like a man.
This is gonna happen.
Like a man.
So this is where it happens, huh?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take that.
This is where the magic comes.
On the ocean world of Manon, Revan.
And we're not going to help you one bit because I wanted to see your delicious tears.
Revan needed data kept deep within the Sith embassy. To get it, Revan's team would have to fight their way through the Sith forces and their powerful defenses. Okay. So Revan fights against the Sith here?
Maybe.
On Manon, Revan and the team fought their way through the Sith embassy for secret information. This location is positively filled with targets waiting to be blasted. Do you take me to be the nicest to the nicest places, Master. You've got to work your work cut out for you then, don't you? Okay, let's see what the oh, these are those Sith troopers. Oh, heavenly Christ. These guys do a lot of damage. Or the rank and file of Sith forces were drawn from across the galaxy. Many have been former Republic forces who fought in previous wars and readily joined when the call to war came once again. Okay, so if I remember correctly, one of these dudes, maybe is it the red ones that which ones do the most? Is it the red ones that do a ton of damage? I remember something about these. There's like a special thing that they do.
Well, one of them is, yeah, I guess it's the silver one. They're identical to the Sith Trooper we have in the game. They're just a different skin on them.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming since he's pre-taunting, that's the white one.
Okay, let's get you out of here. Sith Assassin.
Everyone's talking about how bad he is on defense. Just patience, guys. Patience.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he beatable? Yes. Is he bad on defense? Let's not get carried away. Is he bad on defense versus Jedi Knight Revan? Perhaps.
Yeah.
Because you can target Bastila. You know.
Let's see. Recommended in the second phase is to try to keep your specials.
Don't help him. We gotta watch him fail like we do.
Yeah.
I can't.
Give me all the advice you can. Give me all the advice
No,
you can.
you can't. No. That.
Kyran MW says, wait for Malik. Yes. We'll see how tough it is.
I think,
Sith Trooper,
yeah.
Sith Trooper really sucks in this team. He's terrible. He's pretty bad.
Sith Trooper?
Yeah.
With Revan?
Yeah. He's worthless. He doesn't do anything. And then his taunt just gets dispelled constantly. You're like, well, he just sits there and never takes a turn.
Maybe it's all about Sith Marauder.
So you guys aren't going to let me help him?
No.
Oh, God.
What am I doing wrong?
Don't say anything.
No, just hints and clues and stuff.
No. Motor cars, not a single luxury.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, Sith Marauder. Your face. Oh no. They're gonna kill Bastila.
Yeah. Don't let that happen. You might as well just try again.
Yeah.
Just if they kill Bastila for real, like just save yourself some time and just start over.
Is there any way to heal Bastila? It's really nothing I can
Or
do.
herself.
Yeah, she can gain health, but
70% health steal plus her base, so probably 80 to 90%. Assuming you level up that ability, I'm not sure if that's one of the ones that made leveled or not.
I think they said that was the bug one, but it wasn't working.
Oh man, if that's not working, that's huge.
yeah, it's not working. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, that's why I was with so much difficulty.
Well, we'll see here. Yeah, Ramon's about to go, so we'll see.
Okay.
Just do basic. If you, I guess I'm lagging. I'm watching on the stream, so
Okay.
yeah, no health. Yeah, 0. Oh, that's no good.
Still playing him.
Yep, 0. Yep.
I should just go for that guy with the one leg, right?
Yes.
You want to be more. Just because he's got one leg doesn't mean he's not optimal.
What's this move? Assassination Protocol. Dispel all buffs on target enemy, then deal physical damage to that enemy. This attack can't be evaded. Target enemy has death mark and feels cool. No, there's no reason for that yet. Well, here it goes. Vassal's about to die. So is he basically... Is this guy basically Nest? Who just gains... Protect, you can't kill this guy?
No. You did use your face to...
Oh! Oh, that was brutal.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, guys. Yeah, that's very
I'm trying so hard to keep my mouth shut. Oh, God.
Okay, so do I have to kill these other dudes first? Let's see here.
God.
I'll give you a little hint once you get closer to the end. Well, once you get closer to the
yeah,
end.
after Steve's gone.
Okay.
This is gonna go ahead and be a wash, everybody. Just click on the big guy and read his abilities.
I can't.
Reading's hard.
No, it's like, okay.
Oh, you death marked, I guess, the little spider droid. Can't really see the.
I can't read his abilities.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. Can you not click on the big fella?
Okay. Deal physical damage equal to 80% of the target's max health and inflict death mark. This ability starts on cooldown. Okay.
Yes, you need the boogie. Yeah, you can't be.
I like
Deal
this
physical damage to target enemy.
boogie.
Essentially, every 4th turn he kills one of your characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're lucky. Get through it, laddie. And then you won't die so easily.
But if that's the case, then how do you kill him?
You can't.
You just plug away, plug away, plug away.
You guys let me,
Ah!
you guys let me attack.
I'm watching the live stream, so I'm lagging here.
You
So
guys let me attack a guy that really can't be dead.
Yeah.
Well, I told you read the ability.
Ramon, you had to experience this headache.
Yeah, yeah, you had.
yeah, I went through a lot of these battles.
So we'll tell you what to do on the next one.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't know if it's going to help. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Fight is ridiculous. But I think if you do the kill order we tell you, and stuff,
Yeah, that'll probably do it. He's got the gear to be able to do it.
oh yeah.
It's when you don't have quite as much gear that's really becomes a lot of RNG.
God, Juwani's such a worthless bag of crap in this event. Like,
She really is.
so she does nothing. Any tier, it doesn't matter. She goes and dies. Just like every phase.
See, for me, I don't know what it is, but she was like the pretty much the MVP of several of the tiers, especially in this one. She was like the last survivor.
For me, it was HK-47.
He keeps gaining protection every time I hit him. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Because you don't have Revan. Yeah, you lost. You gotta use your basic on Revan as much as you can, along with. We'll explain it to you here.
The recommendation is probably to just back out and start over, and we can tell you what you need to.
I don't have to do that anymore. It's
Well,
I'm watching I'm watching the live stream, so that's lagging.
All right, you can help.
What you're seeing on Hangouts.
You can help him now. You can help him.
Oh God, thank you. Oh man, it was killing me.
But he had to experience that. It's how we don't. If we don't feel pain, we don't grow. You know I went through this myself. Good Maurice, I know you did this by yourself too, where you're just like putting it out there, like I have no idea what's about to happen. Wait, what? What? No. Oh no! No! No!
Yeah. Okay.
I read the little boss abilities. He gets massive amounts of protection, so you got to kill off, you know, 2, maybe 3 of the ads. He doesn't get that protection. You cut. You just hope he doesn't kill somebody. Like
I did it without having to kill any of the ads. I did the AOEs. Basically took them out at some point, but I was able to kill the middle boss and just concentrate on him.
Like we were talking about prior to the stream start, this is the worst part. Having to go through these 3 annoying phases to get right back to the battle.
Yeah. Your goal is to keep Revan and Bastila alive.
Yeah.
You've got to have them alive in the 4th round, or you might as well just start over.
Yeah. I don't think HK has dots in his kit anymore, does he? He used to.
Nope.
That would help
Nope.
Gordo.
Yeah, he doesn't have that stuff anymore.
Why does she lose? I think because she goes below. I think if she goes below 100% health, she goes stealth. Yeah. Today is like the first time I really used Juani for anything.
Well, I think it's the first time that I concentrate on what she actually does. Usually, I just throw her in there and just hope for the best.
Well, that's just crazy how different our RNG was.
Third round, hit the Marauders. Go for the Marauders. Yeah, because your Marauders will take out Revan and Bastila in one shot.
Especially if they get a lot of debuffs on them, because it makes them hit harder.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing this, I left that Sith assassin up there in the front, and she lost all her buffs and had that little blue television above her head. I thought that was like some new buff. I was like, what does this do? It was just a television. Right above her head.
The monitor was a buff.
I was like, wait a second, what is this?
What is happening? Why is it getting like this?
Oh no, she's got a blue eyeball icon. What does this do?
Kill the Marauders.
Oh no.
You're still fine, because Candace can get his health back a lot and health protection.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Candace, yeah. You get that health steal for every Old Republic.
What gets
So
his?
it's 3.
Ordo.
Just the fact that he hits, yeah.
Every crit you get health and protection.
How does every crit Revan gets health and protection?
No, from Candace's lead.
How does Revan get back health and protection?
He doesn't.
He doesn't. He's just a wimpy add-on.
Yeah.
And NPC. We have no control over him. Unfortunately.
Well, Candace is like dead.
Like they said, when you got that Tarzan lead, and then Ordo himself, he can heal himself up pretty quick.
So should I AOE here, or should I go for?
Yes, AOE, and you want to kill the 2 outside turrets first as quickly as possible. You want to use your big hits of Bastila and Revan on the main boss. Everyone else you can target. You want to AOE at the start and go after those 2 turrets on the outside, because they will kill you.
That's how I did it too. I took out the 2 turrets. I took out one of the spider droids, left 1, and just mowed down the boss.
So don't use my big attack on the turrets. Use them on
Use it on the boss.
Use it on the big boss, dude.
like right now.
Yes.
Yeah, look at Ordo all the way back up now.
I mean, Revan and Bastila, you want to be using your big ability. The rest, focus on those turrets on the outside. And then once those 2 turrets on the outside are dead, you want to focus on the boss.
Okay. Juhani is literally worthless.
She's hanging out though. She's taunting, at least on my screen still.
Other than her taunt, I mean, she's literally just worthless.
Well, her taunt does last for so long. She's going to be the one that can eat that death mark. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now attack this guy again.
Yep. Go all in on the big boss. You want to leave at least with your AOE's one of those droids on the alive. If you kill one, it's fine, but then you just go.
If you kill both of them, then it's impossible to kill that middle dude.
He gets all those super buffs.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep hitting him over and over again. And use Revan's basic because it puts that buff immunity and stuff on there. So it'll keep him from getting, you know, all that protection back.
Keeps gaining protection. Like I can't take his protection down.
You just keep plugging away at him. That's why Revan and Bastila are extremely important. But I would just keep hitting basics on him right now.
Should I use this Fear by Bastila?
Yes. Yes.
If you're having trouble getting through the protection, you can kill one of the spider droids too. That will give him less protection.
It's just a matter of you just got to keep plugging away at the middle dude. That's the best thing.
Now don't touch the other droids.
Yeah, don't touch the other droid.
If it heals himself, great. If not, then keep doing single target. Alright, just keep at it.
It's going down a little bit. Ooh, it's going down. Come on.
It gets a little less
Come on,
protection
Remo. Come on.
now.
Yeah. Come on. You
It's
can do it.
alright. Yeah, you got this.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Let's keep at it. Yeah, we got this.
No AoEs. No AoEs.
Yeah, no AAEs. Yeah. You got it.
Fuck
Yes.
Yes. Thank goodness.
There you go. Woo! Yeah.
Alright.
Well, that took you a lot less times than me.
Well, yeah,
I was having
he had help.
Well, yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, you know,
Three little coaches chirping in here.
I appreciate the feedback, but that was all me. You know, that was just all talent. You know,
That was what, just pure skill, I guess.
pure talent. I mean, I don't even know.
I'm so amazing when I just go into the battle. They drop themselves and just die. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it just boils down to RNG because I had like gear 12 and maxed out everything, and boy, I just had a heck of a time.
So the last two aren't that hard?
I wouldn't say that. But
Right.
you have to
Get
say
him
what to do.
During their journey,
No, yeah.
Bastila had been abducted by Revan's nemesis, Darth Malak. Unable to endure the endless torment, Bastila was broken and fell to the dark side. Revan and the Jedi companions sought to tie up this loose end and potentially regain their useful ally. Okay, so I guess Johnny there. Jolie Bindo.
Just
Yeah, both of those are event
your own
units,
in
and they suck.
Here she is. Beautiful, beautiful dark Bastila. I knew you'd come for me, Revan. Malak didn't think you would, but I know you. I know you all too well. Not even the Jedi Council could separate us, but here we are. Have you come to defeat Malak, to reclaim your place as Dark Lord? I've come to reclaim what is mine. Let's see if you can. I'm more powerful now than you can imagine. Here, let me show you. Okay.
The voice just isn't sexy enough. It's not. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
Are we trying to play? Are we trying to play the Revan event or make up? The hell's going on?
Well, I thought if he was talking as the character.
I thought you'd never get here.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that lightsaber's changed color since last time.
During their journey, Revan's nemesis Darth Malak captured Bastila. Malak used his cunning and dark power to turn Bastila from the light. Revan resolved to track her down and either destroy a potential new rival or regain a valuable follower. Due to the powerful force bond that existed between the two, finding Bastila was all too easy, but turning her from Malak's influence would not be. Let's see the lore here. During their journey, Revan and Bastila encountered Darth Malak, who abducted Bastila. Therefore, through nefarious Sith means, Malak turned Bastila to the dark side and made her his apprentice. He then sent her to guard an important temple that was the only way to access Malak's secret weapon, the Starforge. However, Revan and Bastila remained bonded through the Force, and a confrontation was inevitable. But
So
through nefarious Sith means? I wonder what that really means.
They were banging boots. But that's not.
Malak is so gross.
What do you mean? He's a man, she's a woman. Coitus, say it. It's okay. And now just hit Bastila.
Okay.
Yeah, concentrate on Bastila.
Don't worry about the droids. Just all in on Basti.
Concentrate on Darth Malak and his loins.
Jesus. Guys, come on. Try to get shards here. Okay, so
is that what you call it?
Should I AOE with that? Should I AOE with Juhani? Because I think she does more damage with AOE than with her basic.
Yes.
It's still going to be underwhelming. So,
you're going to go, did it hit?
Hard.
There you go. You're going to go, did it hit? Not sure.
Oh my goodness.
Just hit her with your big stuff, man.
She's ridiculous.
No.
Juhani hits like a twig that just fell off the
tree.
I
mean, let that go without saying. But I mean, just keep hitting her.
Jolie Bindo is just like worthless. I can't even use Jolie Bindo.
Just keep hitting.
What? The droid revived.
On her. Yes. Don't worry about it. Keep hit. Shoot her!
It's not looking good.
Don't read that statement. Screw you thing.
No! Alright. This is like totally an RNG situation.
Alright, let's recap what just happened here, Godo Maurice. Your thoughts on this epic fail from Rewan.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Just gotta try again. I think you're right. It might be a thing.
Start off with your big hit from Revan. Use the fear. Unleash your anger. He's the middle ability.
Yeah, I don't care about these droids. They revive. I didn't know that. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know.
Don't even care about the droids. Just keep hitting.
Yep.
So stupid. Bastila Zeta gives her foresight. What a crock. That she just loses it every time one of your Sith Empire allies takes his turn. So stupid. All the moves are like unavailable, and then every time a Sith Empire character takes the foresight, just disappears. So I mean, why? I mean, they changed her kit. They gave her a facelift. Why did they insist on leaving the foresight on her? I don't know. I mean, because what's going to happen is, maybe not this time, but just like we saw this past month, second time Darth Revan comes around, everybody's going to have him. Mm-hmm. Just assuming that Darth Revan does take over the meta, it'll be just a repeat of what we have now.
I can't believe it. You're so powerful. I thought it impossible, but you're the Dark Lord of the Sith. Yes, I can see it now. Feel it. Let's join together once again. That sounds pretty. Together we can destroy Malak. Together as master and apprentice, and perhaps... Aw, they love each other.
They have a baby.
They have a baby with each other. 5 Zetas. Yes, I needed 5 more Zetas to get another Zeta. Now I can totes Zeta.
Just waste them all.
I can totes waste all my Zetas.
No, don't waste them. No.
I can totes Zeta Bastila. Okay.
Listen, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't automatically turn it to glue. Just throwing that out there.
That's ridiculous. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, Thane. And yes, I think that he will. What's this question? Malik is Ranger after facing the Eternal Twins.
I asked you not to read that.
I didn't. Thank you for the donation. There was also a donation earlier. I need to go back and I think that somebody donated earlier.
Eve's like,
DSP.
This is for
Cheers
Revan sucking.
to Revan people already saying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be bad. I think he'll be all right. Jolie Bindo, I've seen the Sith have done what I've done to the galaxy, or what the Sith have done to the galaxy. I don't want to, but I'll fight you, even if it costs me my life. I cannot abide this. I agree with Jolie. You're a full-on Sith psycho, Carthonassi. I knew you couldn't be trusted. You're Revan, the Dark Lord of the Sith. How could I ever believe you'd change? You're all fools. Revan is the true Dark Lord, and if you don't bow down, you'll be cut down. HK-47, kill the traitors. Happily, Master. Okay. Returning from the temple with Bastila, Revan faced one final challenge before embarking for the Starforge to face Darth Malik. Some amongst the party refused to follow the Revan they found before them. They would have to be dealt with.
Getting fancy with the camera angles. Look at that, panning in and stuff now.
It is pretty cool. All right, let's see. So here we want to get rid of Jolie Bindo, right? No, he can't revive anybody here. So
actually he can. He can revive one.
He can revive Juhani. Yeah. Actually, no. We want to get rid of Mission Vow because she does
mission and car.
Damage.
The way this event was scaled was kind of goofy.
Jeez.
Like tier 5 is hands down the hardest, and then it just kind of.
Yeah.
This isn't that easy.
No, but it's nowhere near.
I'm about to die. My Canderous. Okay, let's. Okay, Canderous is down for the count. Let's get Mission Vow. That does a lot of damage, is basic. Oh, Mission doing that damage. Oh, now she's stealth. She does so much damage. She's really like a sleeper in this game. Let's get rid of her. Okay.
What's up, Star?
I like that HK now throws like multiple grenades.
Yeah, it's hard. He's
actually like a much bigger deal now.
Yeah.
I like how they introduced this new hide the icon feature right before they introduced a brand new character. You have no idea what's going on. It's just like, wait, which debuffs, you gotta hide
right
at all. I'm not gonna be able to use that for a week or so. I gotta learn how to use this Darth Revan. This Darth Revan Valor. If you want me swooping in for that 600 damage, nice.
Johnny about to swoop into death. Yeah.
Yeah, Stormbrider.
That was a fun fight. I haven't had a challenge like that in years. It was most enjoyable. You died, HK. When each of them screamed, I found that especially endearing. There's only one thing left to do, my Lord Revan, to the Starforge. Malik awaits. Oh, there's Salbar's sword. Aw. Uh-oh.
Yep, that's a good job, man. You had a lot easier time with it than probably the vast majority of the community.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Malik has to be coming to this game now. There's no way he's not coming, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. I think he's going to be I think he's going to be the fifth that we need to really make Darth Revan cool.
Malik's totes coming like next year. He's definitely not coming anytime soon.
If Darth Malik is present, only Darth Malik can be marked. If Darth Malik is marked, he immediately removes the mark from himself. It's something ridiculous.
I totally want to change my portrait to Darth Revan now, but I imagine there's probably 70,000 Darth Revan portraits in Arena.
Probably.
You know, everybody just immediately changed their portrait to Darth Revan. Did they make a Jedi Revan portrait? They didn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think so.
Is there? What do you have to do to get it?
Maybe. I don't know. Mine's been the same one since they pretty much released it. I don't think I've changed it.
All right, so Darth Revan.
Good job. Good job. Yay. Good for you.
Congrats.
Took you a lot less time than it did me. Anyway.
Let's get this dude. Bang.
All right. Probably gonna do some questions while old Remon's doing all this crap.
Yeah, let's do some questions while I gear him.
Okay, well, yeah, this one just came in. This is kind of relevant. Doja-san, will he be a marquee or legendary using Sith Empire only, enabling people to have a chance at unlocking Malik without having Darth Revan?
I think they're going to be tied, and I think it's going to be a legendary. But you'll need these characters. Gear 12. Done.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's the path we're going down.
I mean, it's not going to be a marquee. Not with that last little presentation they made at the end of this event. Like, oh, Darth Malik, marquee.
Marquee. I mean, it'd be so ridiculous if they released him as a marquee. You know?
Like, wait.
Marquee.
Well, it could be a galactic chase. Yeah, or the
Galactic chase for Malik. He's a marquee character. Like, oh, Darth Malik's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the way they would make the most money if he was a marquee.
Satisfaction like a 1600 crystal refresh for light side energy.
If they really wanted to make a ton of money off of Revan, imagine this was everybody gets Revan, right? Like, this is just like, oh, you thought it was about the panic farm. No, it's not. Revan is for free, but the panic farm, or the real place where they get the money is next week. Darth Malik's a marquee character, and he literally makes Revan like the greatest character in the history of the world. Like, you know, like you have to have Malik to make Revan good.
But yeah, I don't think they're going to introduce any more characters from the KOTOR. Malik would be the last biggie that they'll throw in here on this team. But
that would be the smartest thing.
He ain't coming anytime soon. I can tell you that, folks.
Let's go ahead, build it. Just go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. This one just came in as well. DSP. I only like one Zeta on Revan. HK, his leader. Hold on, I'm not sure if this is even a question, actually. It might just be a statement. I only like one Zeta on Revan, second unique, and HK-47, his leader. Zeta seems bad. Am I wrong?
I wouldn't bother with HK's. I mean, HK's other one's pretty good.
Oh, the second unique on Revan, Revan and HK, his leader, Revan's leader, Zeta seems bad. I don't know. Makes him immune to turn meter reduction. So, I don't know. I think that one's going to be pretty. Well, it might not be super effective in the current Revan versus Revan versus Revan versus Revan. I mean, it's gonna help you out against tons of other teams. Here, that actually leads into Another question here. We've got Ryan Blue Thunder. So this is a long question. Which two of Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, and Sith Marauder join the trio? I guess the trio is going to be your Bastila, HK, and Revan. And then the intermediate consideration, Order of Zeta Priority. Okay, so well, what supporting cast you guys are using, and what would you say the Zeta Priority is for those, I guess, 6 Zetas on HK, Bastila, and Revan?
Well, 3 on Revan, right? The 1 Loyalty to the Master on HK are the 4 you need. The one on Bastila is nice, but it's secondary, and the other one on HK is secondary.
Yeah.
And then for the other characters, like Sith Trooper, Sith Marauder, Sith Assassin, I don't know, man. I'm not getting good reports out of those characters.
Yeah, I've had people coming in with different varieties.
It's not turning out to be the team everybody thought it was with those characters. Assassin, a Trooper is just doing nothing on the team. Marauder maybe, but he's slow as crap. He hits hard, and there's a lot of debuffs, he'll hit harder. But Assassin speeds up, but she gets outspeeded by Jedi Knight Revans and some other teams, so she's not really doing anything, really. So we're still kind of playing around with it. We don't really know. My advice is, if you're working on those characters, keep working on them. We don't know what the full end game is going to be with Darth Revan. So, I mean, initial feedback is that he's great on offense, absolutely awful on defense. But I was talking with good old Maurice about this as well. The same thing was said about Jedi Knight too. Oh, Night Sisters can take this team out. Okay.
HK-47 beats Revan.
I just imagine it has a lot to do with the characters too. Like, not everybody has the ideal team together yet for him. Like, most people, I mean, I'm sure there are a few people that have, like, the squad out there, but I mean, you know, have we figured out the Jolie Bindo, Bastila Shan, Grandmaster Yoda, and General Kenobi team for Darth Revan? You know?
Not yet. And that's exactly what Thane just asked that in the chat. Why do people keep saying Revan sucks? Everyone was saying Jedi Revan sucked. But they're running him at 240.
Yep.
I think it will get figured out probably in a week or two, guys. I mean,
yeah, just give it time, you know. I mean, the Wells initial report is that team that CG put out there, I mean, these are guys that have all Gear 12, top mods and stuff. Great all offense, Jedi Knight Revan sucks on defense. But they're still trying to figure out what's the best fit. You know, these are guys that have all Gear 12s, 16 mods. They're still trying to figure it out. Once they get it figured out, we'll see where he plays. Now, I will say this. If it does turn out to be that kind of crap, CG's in big, huge trouble. That would be... Imagine General Grievous outrage. Get that in your mind. And then multiply that by a gajillion.
I doubt he's going to be that bad. You know,
I don't think so either, but I mean, it does turn out that way.
Let's see what you get
There's
here.
been some bugs and reports that Fallen Basilisk corrupted meditation is not working correctly and some other things, so we'll see if there's some things they need to work out. But I don't know if
yeah, I guess the safe investment is probably to do Darth Revan and Bastila. Like, if you guys are like
HK-47 too.
Well, yeah, but especially for you free-to-play, the free-to-play player, it's going to take you some time because you're going to need 100 of those new salvage each.
God.
And that's going to take you, you know, a couple weeks probably. I mean, if you're just doing like an energy or refresh or two, plus all your other stuff, if you're not, it's going to take some time to accumulate 200 pieces. It's like getting 200 stun or cuffs from light dark side nodes. That's going to take a long time. So, I mean, you got plenty of time to let, like, you know, Ranger said, let the people that have all these characters, let them figure out the best team for you while you're getting your Revan ready. Like, Revan and Bastila and HK are more than likely going to make the team. Pretty safe bet. It's just the other two. You know, perhaps somebody figure, you know, maybe, who knows, maybe Traya and Scion work. I mean, no one really knows yet. Because then that's going to break up your triumvirate. I think that's the goal here, is to build the best Revan and Traya team that you can, using which characters you have. I haven't heard anybody realize he's hanging out. I mean, I guess if you have him from the old Darth Maul's days, he might be serviceable until you get some of these other characters up. I'm not sure. Combat battle meditation not working. How? It definitely blocks. It's the I think we were talking about earlier. Her Hellsteel doesn't work. Her unique, or at least it didn't in that event. Because her unique grants her and Revan, I think 70% Hellsteel. I think it is, and 70% max health. And the few times I was watching it on the stream here, that was not happening. I don't know if that's a Zeta. No, that's not even a Zeta. That's just a regular Omega, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm not sure if Ramon even had it leveled up or not, so I don't want to speak as broken without really testing it myself. But
can't you? What am I doing with it? Yeah, you can totes farm these things. Oh, there we go. Okay. Or I can get 10 here for 260. Let me do that.
And the next question came from K-Ray MW, and that was what teams are using with Darth Revan in Arena. I mean, mine's not nowhere close to be used in Arena. But I think I'll give it a shot with the new trio, Bastila, HK, Revan. And then I'll probably try Sith Assassin and Sith Marauder.
Yeah, mine's only gear 8, and the new pieces I'll get, but it's going to be the stun guns and not the droid collars, but the stun guns and Carbantes that I'm just guys, leveling up these characters. If you're thinking about doing it, there's the Old Republic characters themselves, and the Bastila HK, and you're looking at 1,300 Carbantes. It's an insane amount. I've already gone through damn near 1,000 Carbantes today, or the last couple days, from just gearing these characters. From 7 on, you will see it is. And stun guns and Carbantes are going to be so. You definitely have some time if you have not been to save up.
Yeah, the hard panic is over, and now it's the. I used all my gear to get this character. Now I have no gear for this character.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's kind of disappointing. You know, you're so excited to get this character, then you get him to like gear 4, and you're like, or gear 6. You're like, oh, I don't have any of this stuff. What's this new gear we have in gear 8? What is this?
Yeah, I think that's straight. It's a straight progression block for everybody. In my opinion, it's a dick move on CG's part. Really, you're gonna put these new pieces again just for Revan? Because they're not making money off it because they're only selling it for crystal, which is good.
Right.
But it's straight. It's just
a temporary stopgap for the complete release fiasco in terms of allowing people to be able to farm for gear and get all the shards and the other tunes up. So it's like, what can we do to mess this up a little bit, to throw a little wrench into the works? Well, let's create a couple of new pieces of gear that nobody's going to be able to get until that day, at least. And so a lot of people are free to play. Now, granted, the whales are going to, go ahead and buy it and stuff, but the other people, they're going to farm it. So it's going to be a little while before they can get all those pieces, and that throws the wrench into the works.
Oh, I'm pretty much already mentally committed to spending 5,600 crystals on those gear pieces over the.
Oh, I already did that.
Yeah, I've been playing this game almost since day one. I remember having to farm 50 stun cuffs out of the light side of it. I remember
three Zetas on Revan. 3 Zetas on Revan.
Right.
There's no way I'm not going all. I'm going to equip all 3. I mean, I don't care, so it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ramon's he's Zeta happy right now.
We asked about the priority.
But now I have 0 Zetas.
I still have one Zeta left, so I can equip another Zeta on somebody else. But
I just hold on to it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
I did that one for HK, and then the rest I'll just wait on.
Sure.
I would probably do villain first, and then the leader. Villain and leader first. I think if you only have 2 Zetas, and then maybe HK next, and then the third on Revan. Like I just don't. I'm not sold on that one for Vassal. The potency's
I'm
nice,
not either.
but
Yeah.
47 has AoE tenacity down. What do you need potency for? You know, I mean, just. Will I end up putting it on? Perhaps, because that makes her pretty sexy underneath Palpatine.
The Foresight is now under Palpatine it's different.
Yeah.
But the Zeta, it's just 50% potency and Vassal the character in the leader slot gain Foresight. Well, that's going to go away. What's the point? I swear, do they test this stuff? I mean, really?
Well, Revan doesn't need crit damage, right? He just needs like speed, and I guess at this level he can use health, right? So, let me just give him this kit, this right here.
Don't just ask another one. Since Darth Revan has a faster base speed than Sith Assassin, would it make sense to clock Assassin as the 5th to then recharge the team to go a second round? I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. You're not going to outspeed Jedi, and it's not possible.
Yep.
Because you have to remember that the Sith Empire are immune to ability blocks. So even like when Sith Assassin's turn comes up, unless she is dazed or maybe shocked, well, now that I think about it, but she's going to cleanse herself and then give turn meter based on the number of debuffs. She'll have a hell of a lot of debuffs. I think Sith Assassin might be the key to maybe some that don't have the high-end mods and can't really keep up with the speed-wise. You might be able to help yourself out a little bit with Sith Assassin to kind of, because they'll go first, and then your Sith Assassin goes, and then your whole team goes. So
yeah, but see, the problem with Jedi Revan is they're targeting like the weakest part, and usually that's your Sith Assassin. So the Sith Assassin is not getting to go, and it's getting blown apart.
Yeah, she's roasted. That mark will roast her 100%. Yeah.
Now, Shadowhill says if you're on offense, it's not a problem because it's still, even in 4-on-5, he was, with the Gear 10 Revan, was wasting Jedi Knight Revan. The problem is on defense is the AI just doesn't...
Yeah, at least from the first few hours haven't fared well for them on defense, but I think it will get better, but I do think Revan is going to have the edge, just who you want to mark.
Well, yeah, wasn't the kit that said that, you know...
I'm sorry, you broke up?
You cut out there.
Oh, I did. The kit, didn't the kit say that Sith Empires, they sacrifice defense for offense? So, yeah, if they're going to be on defense, it's going to be a lot tougher for them to, stay in the same rank or very close to. They're going to get wiped out, basically. So I think at some point that they're going to come up with something like the 5th or something, even if it's Malak, that's going to give them that little bit of an advantage maybe on defense.
Abner Dune, do you really think they made new gear just because of the Darth Revan delay? I don't see it. The new gear had to be already in place.
Of course.
Oh, they knew when they announced. I mean, even with the March 21st, if it had still come out on March 21st, it still would have been ending it. I don't think the delay had anything to do. But I think that this was something they had planned ahead of time.
So these two new pieces, that's all you need? It's just 2 sets of new pieces? That's it? Why does it have 2 separate names at each gear level?
Well, because you have 50 of the... here, go back up. Was it 50 of the prod prototype, and then 50? You need 50 of each to craft the fully crafted MK7 shock prod. So you need 100 salvage for each piece. I think there's one at gear 8 and one at gear 9. 50 of each for each gear level. So it's essentially, if you want to buy it, it's a 2,800 crystal piece.
Okay. 2,800 crystal piece. All right. Let's let's see. I have Darth Revan here at Gear 8. And I could probably get that other pack to get him to Gear 9. Should I go crazy?
I mean, you've had him for like 8 minutes, man. Why don't you Galactic War or something before you just start blowing the bankroll on him? It's just, I mean...
Yeah, let's play around with him a little bit.
Yeah, but you got 103 million credits?
I have 103 million credits.
Oh,
That's after I took all those characters up and stuff.
I have...
I was up to 140 million to tell you how expensive this shit got.
I have 103 million.
Yeah.
Golly. I couldn't equip my arena mods back on day because I had so few credits. I was down to like 1,700 today.
I gotta give you a class on how to buddy, so you never have that issue again.
You want to do, before we jump into Galactic War, you want to do the top 5 real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do this. So this week we're doing top 5 attackers in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. It's fitting, being that Darth Revan is an attacker. So we'll see if he stacks up on the list here. So who do we have at number 5?
Oh, let's see. Let me pull it up. Number 5, good old CLS, making top 5 at number 5. Just for his, CLS-ness.
His CLS-ness.
I mean, just bypassing taunt, dispel, double debuffs on both his basic and his special. Zeta that grants turn meter based on those debuffs. His leadership grants for any debuff turn meter. I guess that leadership grants turn meter based on resistant debuffs, I believe. So all sorts of kits in one package. Decent damage, not terrible base speed. Just a good all around character. Good base stats.
Yeah, I mean he's really still one of the best characters in the game. It's just that his supporting cast really isn't as good as he is. If we get a couple of more rebels in the game that that can spice up the rebel faction in comparison to some of these advanced kits that we have now with Revan and Traya and Jedi Revan, then I could see him spiking back up into the meta for sure. But being able to stun on a basic, reduce a turn meter with a special attack, he's got pretty much an offensive and a defensive mode. He's definitely fantastic damage dealer and attacker for sure. Moving along to number 4, we have Chewbacca. So Chewie, relatively new addition to the game. The former versions of Chewie were all tanks, right? Was Vandor Chewie a tank too?
Yeah. Vandor Chewie's a tank.
So every other version of Chewie, pretty much in this game, is a tank, except for this one. So he has an AOE attack that does a large amount of damage, and he has some really good synergy with C-3PO and CLS, and for a character, obviously he has that synergy with Han Solo as well. For a character that that pretty much for the most part was an afterthought in this game for such a long time, to have a new version of him come in that really is a high DPS character. It's pretty cool to see, and he can really be a game changer as a 5th character on a lot of different teams, and a lot of people squeeze him into Darth Revan squads as a 5th option to help them out too, and I've seen that be very successful also. What do you think? Maurice?
What's up? You were breaking up. I couldn't hear you up.
I said, what do you think about Chewbacca?
It just brings the pain. If you use them with Han Solo. Huh?
Just brings the pain.
Just brings the pain. Just all sorts of utility. You put that Zeta on him, he can serve as kind of a healer. And you can kind of manipulate who on your team you want to be that second guarded character, which I think is a real cool mechanic. You can kind of tinker with health and protection, or just you tinker with the health pools of your characters and just really get a lot of flexibility out of that guarded mechanic. And a stun, AoE dispel, and then of course tenacity down on its basic. That's just a huge all-around package. So
for sure. Now moving
Yeah, they're all
on.
telling you to level up that level 12 mod you got hanging out on Chewbacca there.
Don't worry about my mods, okay? All right. Why is everybody worried every time? Do I have a level 12 mod on Chewbacca? Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I should level that up. All right.
Yeah.
There must be a reason. He must have like his mod set on somebody else or something like that. All right, but let's move on to number 3. Who do we have here, Maurice?
Darth. That's right. Came out today. He's on the list. He's going to be a top 5. All sorts of synergy with his new Sith Empire faction. Just brings fear, brings AoE shock, has a basic attack that lands buff block and reduces his own cooldowns. Not to mention tons and tons of other synergy that we will all be very, very familiar with here in about a week or two. So, pretty exciting character. A lot of people are currently underwhelmed and disappointed. I think that will come to pass and he'll come into the game and more than likely be 1 or 2 if we were to do this list again, sometime in the future. So, now don't freak out, don't get upset yet. We still got a lot to learn about this character. Very, very complex kit. So yeah.
There's a lot of different ways to look at this character. I mean, he's got, very high damage attacks, which is great. He inflicts a lot of debuffs. He's got incredible synergy with specific characters. And even though those particular characters may be the ones that Capital Games or EA had initially intended to be the squad that you roll out there, that may not necessarily be the case in a few weeks from now. We may find out that there's alternative options out there that work a lot better. Maybe it's Darth Maul that works great with him, or so. I don't think that. I don't think Darth Maul is coming into the meta again. But I'm just saying that there could be other factors here that we're not really thinking about yet that we'll start to figure out and piece together over the next couple weeks. So right now, I think he's definitely earned a spot in the top attackers in the game. I think that's his synergy as a leader and making him a better overall meta character, will probably kind of creep here. I mean, again, he's able to win on offense against Revan, and there's not a lot of teams that can do that right now. So, against Jedi Knight Revan, I mean. So, he's already got that. Now we got to see how well we can put together a good defensive team for him, and hopefully we'll come up with some good ideas over the next few days. But moving along to number 2, we have Enfy's Nest. So, I mean, what can you say? Counterattack, ignores taunt, can stun, inflicts expose, dispels taunt. Has stacking protection. I mean, Enfy's Nest is probably one of the best kits in the game, period. I wish it was on a better character, to be honest with you, because Enfy's Nest is such an afterthought as far as the Star Wars, the Star Wars lore is concerned. But I mean, she's definitely a great character in the game, a great addition, the best of all the solo characters that came out by far, and she's a great addition to really any team. I mean, you could throw her in as a 5th on almost any squad, and she'll make a difference. And she can, be a great asset to have in a lot of other areas of the game. Grand Arena, Territory Wars. I mean, you could pretty much, bring in an Enfy's Nest and just 1v5 an entire team with Enfy's Nest alone if you have, the right circumstances. So, what do you?
Yep. Yeah, just she is the fantastic all around. You can mod her slow and tenacious, you can mod her fast and potent, you can mod her dozens of different ways. All are effective. Just any character with a dispelling basic that counters is overpowered enough. Just if you let her keep going and going and going, that damage will stack, and she can hit pretty hard towards the end of the battle. So
true. True.
Go ahead and put that last piece of her there, Ramon, Gear 12.
Gussie donated 99 cents Canadian. Thank you so much, Gussie.
Sweet avatar you got there, too.
sweet avatar. So, who do we have at number 1, Maurice?
I'm pretty sure everybody knows who this is. It's going to be Light Side Revan. Currently, the meta, currently the best team in the game as of right now today. That may change. It may not. Who knows? Just we all play him every day in Arena, all day, every day. You got a heal, mark. You know, just you got the stun on that mark. Got leadership that provides ridiculous amounts of speed. And just all sorts of abilities. I mean, you click on any of his abilities, it's going to take up the entire page, and then you have to scroll down a little more to finish it off. Just great. I mean, we face him every day, all day. I don't know. I mean, everyone knows what this man is doing, but
yeah, I mean, he's got the ability to, he's got an area of effect attack. He can grant somebody health and turn meter. He's got the ability to basically pick a character that's going to be taunting on your opposing team, which is not something that we see other than with Deathmark. And he's got one of the best leaders in the game, and I mean, really, just overall, he's probably the most impactful character in the game because he just really makes a team like the Jedi, which were pretty much unusable for the longest time, super meta. I mean, if you would have told me, a year ago that the Jedi were going to be where they're at now, I would have laughed, but they are, and he is the direct reason for that. So, great character, great attacker. Again, as far as that goes, I consider him to be, honestly, in this game, a little bit more of a support than a high damage dealer. Even though they list him as an attacker, I kind of find him to be more, now the support, and Grandmaster Yoda to be more the attacker now, even though Grandmaster Yoda really came into the game as a support character to kind of facilitate with those buffs and copying the, opposing buffs and spreading them to the team. Revan kind of has that same role now. So, Ezra, would be definitely a serious attacker, somebody that could have made this list too, but again, there's only 5, and Revan definitely deserves to be where he's at. But moving along, we do have an honorable mention, and it is Wampa. So, Wampa is a great all-around character. I mean, you can use Wampa in a lot of different circumstances. Wampa does a lot of damage. Wampa has, counterattack. I mean, his basic attack can take out characters, one-shot them if he stacks his offense enough. And, as the match progresses, he just becomes more and more deadly. So, he's got an area of effect attack that sticks AoE days on the opposing team. That can be a killer, especially against rebel teams, with CLS and teams that really rely on counterattack and calling in assists. So he's just a great all-around character, and definitely somebody that can do a lot of damage throughout the course of the battle. So he's a great asset to have for Grand Arena, Territory Wars, and some of those other areas. Not necessarily an arena at the moment, but definitely somebody you can use in a lot of other areas of the game. What do you think about Wampa, Maurice? Any thoughts?
On Wampa? Yeah. The Wampa's great. We're all getting these characters ready to get our Darth Revans up, and Wampa can slot in as the 5th on your Karth Mission Zalbar Ordo team. That is an option for those of you that really are interested in Juwani or Visas or some of the other options. It works real well. Pretty much another just, I mean, you can see right there in his roles, he has one role, attacker. So you can put him on a multitude of teams and get just good results damage-wise. No love for Han Abner, yes, just because we had 2 rebels on there already. So
it was a toss-up between Wampa and Han for honorable mention. I'll tell you that, But I think Wampa, definitely deserves a spot because Wampa's got more versatility. I think Wampa can be used in a lot more different scenarios than Han can, where Han is really just shining as an extra piece to a rebel team. You can kind of use Wampa in some different, in some other different areas. You can kind of use him as a utility. So, and I mean, he just does a ton of damage. So does Han for sure. But I think that Wampa is still up there, and you could really go with either one. I mean, Wampa or Han could be in this spot for sure. But that is our top 5 for the week, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you do like that kind of thing, please do smash the like button. We do appreciate that. It does help the stream out. It does make me feel better inside, all warm and fuzzy as well. And we're going to go back to some gameplay here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take Revan into some battles here, and I'll try him out here in Galactic War with some different team compositions and see what we can come up with while we answer your questions. So this is that time. We did field a little bit of questions.
We've answered them all.
We've answered them all? Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys have any
more, well, we got one more. Where does this Sith Empire team fit in the Sith raid?
Sith Empire team fit in a Sith raid. I don't know. If you guys do have any more questions you'd like to have
Phase
asked,
3?
Now's the time. Type them into the chat before we wrap it up.
Phase 3 maybe with standalone on HK since he hits like a beast now.
Yeah, besides that phase, I mean the
other phases don't really. Yeah, they are not conducive to them doing anything.
No, I mean, it's the reason you can't use any real debuff comps again. You can't there's too much tenacity going around.
No, and they don't have they're not regenning all that health and protection back because I think the only one I'm seeing at the moment's phase. Someone creative will come along, come up with a team, and be like, "Oh my god, what nothing."
Yeah, let me see. I'm scanning here, but I don't think we really have too many more.
Yeah, if you guys have any more questions you'd like to ask, type them in now, and we'll go through them here as I play a little Galactic War before we wrap up the stream.
If Juoni is really bad in the event, does this event made her look? Does she work better with the full Karth team?
Oh yes,
I would say so.
Yeah, it's Karth. Juhani, Canderous with Mission and Zalbard's a pretty damn good team on defense.
Now, if you remember the leaked photo that we saw of HK-47 and Gamorrean Guard, right? They only had one.
Right.
They only had one Zeta on HK. Do you think that means that they added that extra Zeta over the last couple of weeks, or do you think that means that they just didn't have it equipped?
Didn't have it equipped.
Why would you not have it equipped on the test build?
Because it's CG.
I guess so.
I can't explain that.
I think they added another Zeta. I think they did. I think that was not.
Now I think about maybe they did. I don't know. That's really because it's good, but it's not a great Zeta where you go.
I mean, I don't know why they would do that. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but I feel like that's what happened. So
what are you searching for?
I'm gonna go with Sith Trooper because that's all I have at Gear 12. But I mean, who should I? My Sith Assassin and my Sith Marauder are not up to snuff.
What's your Sith Assassin at?
Sith Assassin? It's 7-star, but Gear 8.
You're doing GW?
Yeah.
Put her in there, my God.
But I don't even have mods on her.
It's GW, my God.
Okay, Sith Assassin.
Oh, no.
How many Darth Revan, this is from Vistara, how many Darth Revan did Abby get?
I have gotten 2, and I have 3 more to go.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself? Why are you being like this?
Oh, man, I'm suffering, too.
Oh, my God. 3 more times. I'm exhausted just doing 1 today. Of course, I've been streaming all day.
Well, when the Ewok, when we had to, when C-3PO came out, oh my God, I got C-3PO on 9 accounts.
Oh.
So, but I don't have a lot of those accounts now. I'm down. Actually, I was down to 4. Recently got another one, and after TB, apparently 3 more people. I'll be getting 3 more, I guess. So people are quitting.
People are quitting?
Yep.
A lot of people are quitting about this stuff.
Yeah, they're just saying that's just too much. It's just, yeah.
I'm hoping.
I mean, you are aware if somebody quits the game and offers you an account, you can say no, right?
Oh yeah.
You just don't like to. Huh?
Well, no, I'm not going to object to like 4.5s and up. So.
Oh, she has a specific minimum now for free accounts.
Well,
oh no, that's just what's usually offered. Yeah,
I mean, she's just saying.
If you have an
no,
account,
I don't.
If you have an account at minimum at least 4.5 million, Avanash will take it for free.
She just, you don't know her.
No, I look it over and then I give it away for free. So
she does look it over first, though.
I look it over to make sure it looks okay.
Well, no, because she
then
pulls a Smiggle. She's like, "You're precious."
So, I mean, this team's fun. I can see that Basil. Oh, Basil does a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere near ready for arena yet.
Oh no, we got some work to do.
yeah.
I wonder. Let's do it. I mean, why the hell not? I'm at rank. I'm at rank 139 right now. I can take out this squad. I can go Darth Revan at gear 8.
Okay.
I can go Bastila Fallen.
Oh, jeez.
I can go HK-47. Okay, and now we're going to throw in Scion, and we'll throw in Nihilus. We'll see what happens. Why not? Right?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, I like watching train wrecks just as much as the next person.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! My Nihilus is gone.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so let's see.
It was at this moment realized he fucked up.
No cursing on the stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay. I forget.
Boy, look at Revan there with the 7 protection bars.
No. Okay, so let's. Yeah, this is already over.
Remo, we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you.
It's okay. I wanted to try it.
Well, I mean, I didn't want you to go. No, I'm enjoying you suffering.
I'm having a good time, and to be honest with you.
But see, there's a problem: is Scion and Nihilus get nothing from Revan. So I mean,
there's really no reason to throw any other Sith on.
Yeah, it really. I mean, the one that I'm thinking about is maybe.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that you could not use a lot of the other good tunes with Revan. They wanted to restrict you.
Well, clearly. So what are your guys' thoughts about the new gear pieces? Huh? What do you guys think about them just slapping a couple of gear pieces into the game last minute?
Joe Maurice is saying he loves it.
Listen, I mean, do you think it's really just because they believe they didn't make enough money off the panic farming because they released the event late?
It's not a monetary move. It's totally not a monetary move because they're in there for 1,400 crystals and 700 crystals. So I mean, it's not monetary.
So
I think it was just basically to throw a bit of a wrench in the loop there. Between
those that are free to play, and pay to play, because the pay to play is going to have the crystals and get it right. Free to play, just like me just blew through their whole wad of everything.
Right.
And so on top of the normal gear crunch, which is crazy on Darth Revan, like Jedi Knight Revan as his predecessor, on top of the other tunes, this is another way to slow it down. So, but see, this will backfire, as I said, if Darth Revan is not good, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be, but if he's not, then you are just adding fuel to the fire. Not only is the character not holding in the meta and doing really well, but now you did all this extra nonsense to the player base. They're gonna. I'm telling you, this is going to be very bad. I'm watching all the forums. I'm reading all the feedback I'm getting from everybody. How's your Revan testing going? And these are Wells, obviously, and they are totally not impressed at the moment. I mean, it's really bad. Even on offense, they're saying they're losing. Because if Revan goes first and targets Bastila, it's done.
Yeah, I have some whales that are testing, and it's like they only won 1 out of 10 battles.
Really?
Only one out of 10. Yeah, it was just like a slaughter, done in like 50 seconds.
That bad.
Mm-hmm.
That bad.
Well, that's not good.
And I'm popping up my rating in like an hour and a half. It's a little silly. Like, what good is that going to do?
Right, yeah.
But there's still more to be done. So, I mean, as I'm telling everybody, relax. It's just initial testing. We don't know. I mean, we don't have enough information.
Right.
To make a qualified decision on what is Darth Revan really at. So we'll have to see. How it's going to play out.
You're talking about they're not impressed, and that's that they have all the characters, right? So they have some,
oh yeah, they have everything. They have Exceed mod, all the Zetas. They have all Gear 12 plus. So and they're in Shards the same way. So this is Max versus Max. This is no cheap. I do know that Vincel was testing bounty hunters against all the different forms of Revan with the Sith Triumvirate and other teams with it. Just smoked them every time with his bounty hunters. Now, he's a little bit of an outlier because he has his bounty hunters all Gear 12 plus, all the Zetas, stuff like that. But I think he was running Django lead, and Darth Revan can do a thing to him. So he's doing more testing and is recording all these videos. So there's still more to be seen as to what's going to be what with this Darth Revan team.
I'll tell you, I really like the reworks to Bastila and HK. I just kind of feel like there's a real hole there at 4 and 5. Right?
Yes.
I think like the Sith Assassin, Sith Trooper, Sith Marauder, maybe Sith Marauder. Because he can do a lot of damage, but I'm saying I feel like Sith Assassin, Sith Trooper, Sith Marauder are really not the ideal fit for him at 4 and 5. And I don't know if there is one in the game. Like I don't know if they I feel like the Sith Empire tag should have been on Nihilus and Traya and Scion, but I mean. They're not really part of the Sith Empire. I don't know.
I said the three Bastila and HK are fine. Trooper is kind of a waste of space on that team. He just doesn't bring anything to the table. And I'm not getting any good feedback from Marauder and Assassin at all on that team. So
yeah,
I feel
one person I know is running Thrawn to kind of counteract some things, but it's still pretty. But again, this is early. Early looking at the character, things of that nature. We've been around where I remember again the Jedi Revan. The team that they recommended was not the team that we ended up using, nor was the initial test. The initial testing was like, yeah, it can be countered, all this other stuff, and it turned out not to be the case. So we got to let it play out, see what happens with this character, but he's got to be, if he does not consistently, if Jedi Knight Revan continues to be the meta, people are going to be pissed.
He should have been at least remotely competitive there in that arena battle that I just did. I mean,
he wasn't.
I mean, remotely.
But your character, your Darth Revan's
Yeah, but, I
9?
mean, gear 8, but I'm saying, but
no.
And the mods aren't really there because I can't put any 6-dot mods on them yet. So, but you know, Bastil and HK are pretty up to snuff, and you know, I feel like, you know, he's giving them bonuses. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of, you know, I feel like that's, you know, maybe, I don't know. I feel like Sith Trooper just stinks.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a gap there. I feel like Darth Malik should be coming out right now.
No, he's not. And
with a Sith Empire tag.
Yeah, and I think they should have reworked Marauder and Assassin.
I agree. They need to rework the other ones that are under that tag.
Kids do not work for what Revan does. They bring really nothing to the table.
And they might. I mean, listen, that's another thing you have to bear in mind. I mean, they've already said they're going to see how Revan does in the wild, right? And if they see that the feedback is mainly negative, you know, I'm sure they'll look at it and see if maybe something in his kit isn't working as intended. They'll look at it and see if, because remember Bastila, you know, Bastila when she came out was horrible, and then, you know, they were like, oh, you know, her leader's not working as intended. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, you know, a couple days later, Bastila's all over the place. You're running 4-star Bastila dominating the arena. You know, so, and that might not be the case here, but I'm just saying, like, you know, maybe they need to adjust another character. Maybe they look at this and say, okay, you know, we need to rework Sith Assassin and Sith Marauder and Sith Trooper to make, you know, Revan better. You know, and I mean, I've never seen them do that. Okay, I've never seen them actually rework other characters to make another character better. But it's possible, unless you guys remember a circumstance that I'm not thinking of right now.
Not that I can think of.
I don't remember them ever, like, full on just like reworking another character because a new character didn't work. But listen, it's 2019. Anything is possible. So, all right. I mean, do we have any more questions in the chat, Maurice? Anybody else type anything in?
I think he had to go. I think he said.
He left?
I think, yeah. He had to put that in there.
I think he's trying to talk.
No, he's still there.
Yeah, are you muted, Maurice?
Maurice is muted.
Maurice is like, I feel sleepy.
It's possible.
No, he's like talking.
Chat.
Oh, there he goes. I hear him for a sec.
He's looking through the chat.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
see it.
You don't see anything?
But I gotta head out, guys. You guys have a good night.
All right, you too, man.
All right.
Night.
Thank you guys. See you later.
All right, later. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here anyway, guys, because I think there's no more questions here that I can see. And for the most part, again, you know, we're at the point, there's a few in chat. All right, let me take a look. More testing. Do you know if at all about instant gratification these days? Don't see that as a question. Avi, Gussie says he's going to send you a Canadian dollar for a $4.5 million account. For a 4.5 million account. CGB trolling Abner. Yeah, maybe. You know, I don't know. What about pulling Juhani from Karth team and plugging Gamorrean Guard in? For the dots? What do you think about that? Doesn't Gamorrean Guard give dots on counterattack?
I think so. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Gamorrean Guard's just too bad to be considered an option. I mean, at least Juhani, I think, would be a little more beneficial with her taunt, but it is a good idea. It's a good thought. You know, it's definitely good theory crafting. I mean, you know, you could throw her in, you could throw him in, and maybe, you know, have Wampa in there. You know, I know Warrior's been theory crafting some different squads with Karth and, you know, Wampa and Vader and, you know, like an all dot team with Canderous. So I don't know. There's definitely some interesting interactions that I don't think we've completely fleshed out yet. So, I mean, that's not something I've ever seen suggested, though. Gamorrean Guard's definitely a good possibility. I mean, that's something to think about for sure. But you know, I'd have to test it out. Assassination Protocol hitting for 250K, and he doesn't even get mentioned. Yeah, that was pretty hardcore. I think I remember that, right? Like he got hit really. He got a really hard hit earlier in the stream, and I may have missed it. Yeah, HK definitely hit really hard before, and I think I saw that. I remember that he did an assassination protocol that was like ridiculous, and I didn't even you know, like we just were in the middle of chat, and I just completely missed it. I'll have to look back at the stream again and see about that. But 250K is pretty hardcore. That's pretty much. Yeah, I mean, Drew Dog, I can see what you're saying. Like Revan, HK, Bastila, and then who are the two other pieces? I don't know who they are yet. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, there's a lot of options, but yeah, I mean, you know, listen. Question: community freak. Would the community freak if they made a small nerf to Jolie, increases Zeta cooldown from 3 to 4? Balance things a bit. I think they would freak. Anytime they make a change like that to a character, they nerf a character, that's always the case. So that's what ends up happening is they're kind of forced then to buff other characters because they don't want to nerf a character that people already spent Zetas on, because then they have to do like a mass like refunding of Zetas to everybody because people get upset about it. So once they make a change like that, they typically, you know, refund, which they didn't do with Finn, which is kind of weird. But I guess they felt like Finn, you'd gotten the value out of it. I don't know, but they did that for quite a few others. They did that for what's her name?
DACA?
Yeah, Zeta Barris, they did that for a while back. DACA, they did it for. So they've done it a couple times, but I guess Finn, they just didn't do it. And I mean, again, if they changed Jolie in any way, especially for those people that just got their Revan a couple weeks ago, and now they're getting to use like Jolie and Revan in Arena, I mean, to suddenly just nerf Jolie would, I guess, be kind of crushing to those people. So, I don't know.
Oh, come on, let's crush their hopes and dreams. No.
Yeah. Now, Finn hasn't been changed, but that's something that they were talking about nerfing him. And I guess it's kind of been put on the shelf because I guess people really gave him some different feedback about that. And I think that there was, I mean, they probably may have changed their sentiment about the thing altogether. Zombie, they gave a refund on too, right? So that was another one. But yeah, you know, we'll have to see. I mean, again, they haven't done anything with Finn yet. They may just leave it alone. I hope they do, because to be honest with you, Finn's lead is perfect the way it is. They literally don't need to do anything to it. It's the only thing that Finn has, right? I mean, that lead is the only thing that makes him and Poe and, you know, Resistance Trooper like a really fun team to use. I mean, you could use just those three. I mean, I have a video. You could check out a video where I literally just used those three characters, or it was actually from yeah, I forgot. Who provided me that footage? But there's a video of literally just Finn lead, Poe, and Resistance Trooper taking out Traya teams. So I mean, you could take out a full 5 Traya team with just those 3 if you use it correctly. Grandmaster Broda put together the team. You have to have really fast mods on those 3 characters, but it's doable. But those 3 are great. So I'm saying, you know, if they nerf that leader, I think it'd be horrible. I think it'd be a bad idea. I think they should find some other way to make that interaction not work the way it is. I mean, plus it's been working so long now. I mean, they found out about this before the holidays. They let it go on past the holidays, and now we're into March, and they still haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 4 months.
Right.
It's been.
They were supposed to take. Yeah, they were supposed to take care of it. They took their 2-week vacation. They were supposed to take care of it right after they got back, which would have been about the middle of January, and it's still not done.
It's been 4 months. Leave it alone at this point. I mean, who cares about the spamming through the Sith raid? It happens over time. There's always teams that come out that can spam through phases. It's just the way it is. And if they do want to fix it, buff Traya. You know, don't nerf Finn. Buff Traya so that what Finn does doesn't work. That's the way I look at it. Don't nerf a character that other people get enjoyment out of. You know, so there's some people that just love that team. That's their favorite team. You know, and now you're taking that team away from them in other areas of the game just because other people are taking advantage and getting extra rewards in a Sith raid, which they're going to get anyway through other means. Because if it's not that team, they'll spam a different team. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They're still going to get their same reward. It doesn't change anything. So, you know, as long as it's not making anybody who can't beat the Sith raid suddenly beat the Sith raid, then I don't see it being really that beneficial. You know.
Yeah.
How am I modding the DR team? I think, you know, Revan is going to be mainly offense. I'd say offense and potency. I think Bastille is going to be mainly potency and speed. I think HK is going to be mainly offense and potency. And, you know, I don't know what other characters I'm going to use on that team yet. You know, I think that right now, if I had to say, I mean, I would probably go with, if I'm utilizing the characters that they're suggesting, then I would say probably Sith Assassin and Sith Marauder. But I don't know if that's really the best option. That you're talking about no tank there. And to be honest, all those characters are a little squishy. You know, and, you know, right now, what I'm hearing about those characters anyway is that they're not really working. So, you know, I'm hoping that while I'm working on these other characters, some other alternative comes up. Maybe one that I already have ready and up to snuff. One that I can kind of put together real quickly. But
right, yeah.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, they're done.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was going to say that, you know, there needs to be something because the Revan team is basically built for offense and not defense. So because they have to give up defense to be able to provide the amount of offense that they're supposed to get. So they need something on that team to compensate for that.
Yeah, that's a bad mechanic. I'm sorry. That one, when I first saw it, I was like, that just...
You can't have one or the other. You need to have a good balance. You have to have a balance, and it's not balanced that way. You're not going to be able to do anything.
It makes them way too squishy and way too easy to kill because they just can't take hits. And even if you put, because of the amount of... Yeah, I just didn't understand that mechanic.
Well,
I thought I'd play around with it, but they can hit harder, but they don't go as fast as Jedi Revan teams. This is the thing I'm reading on the forums.
That's the one thing that I was going to mention is that if you're going to be a mainly offense team, then you've got to get in there and you've got to be fast about that too.
But you can't.
It's got to be fast.
Team.
Yeah,
You just can't.
but
It's not possible.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, so it's kind of useless because you just took away a mechanic that's going to be able to work for a full offense team. So
Right.
because you can't get them fast enough to be able to take care of it. So
Yeah, it's really a strange thing.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I think there's a lot of unknown variables at this point, right? So
yep.
Yeah, we'll let it play out, see what happens. That's all we can do right now.
yeah, it's really pretty much, you know, your guess is as good as anybody else's, really. So I mean, yeah, initial impressions, you know, he's okay. Hopefully, we find out that he's more than okay sometime pretty soon. But I do have to say, I give a thumbs up on the reworks for HK and Bastila. That's where I'm at so far. I think Revan looks pretty good. I think we're missing something. And maybe it's reworks to some other characters. Maybe it's just some hidden synergies that we just haven't, you know, found yet. But it's going to be one of those two. And hopefully, if it's the latter, or if it's the first one where, you know, I'm sorry, if it's the latter where they need to literally rework some more characters to make Revan good, I hope they go ahead and do that. Because, you know, I think I'll be pretty upset if I just put all this time and energy into getting Revan and putting 3 Zetas on him to find out that he's useless. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see.
I agree.
I don't think that they'll let that happen. They won't. So, I mean, you know, they already said they're going to see how he does, how he performs, and I'm pretty sure, you know, if we look at the meta report a week from now, and you know, Darth Revan's not at least making a dent, then we'll probably get some sort of action taken. You know, pretty soon. Yeah. So otherwise, people will cry by the masses. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, they'll vault. This could. I'm already saying it. I mean.
Yeah, this is just the first 24 hours here, so it's kind of light right now. People are giving the benefit of the doubt because, again, last time when Jedi Knight Revan dropped, there was a lot of hate at first, and now, you know, obviously we know that Jedi Knight Revan was just as good as advertised. But hopefully that's the same for Darth Revan, and if not, you know, they got to do something. Dexatronic asks Sith Assassin or Sith Marauder? Sith Assassin for the speed bonus. Sith Marauder for the damage. I would say right now, being that the team kind of needs more damage, I would say Sith Marauder probably at the moment might be the more beneficial of the two, but because Revan's already pretty fast. You know what I mean? So if you can put good mods on him, the speed's not going to be quite as important as that damage from Sith Marauder. But, you know, I mean, again, that's just my first initial impressions, my guess. What do you think about the new raid with Malik as a reward coming in April? That's from Bones Jones. You think Malik will be a raid reward?
Possibly. Wouldn't surprise me if they went that route as well, but I don't think they're going to make a bad guy the next, what, 3 in a row that would be a bad guy. I think they're going to do something different, light side character.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird if they made another Old Republic character the raid reward, or another character like, you know, Trey was just their last raid reward. You know, and even if Malik is the raid reward, I mean, you're talking about months before anybody can even use him, and by that time there'll be another meta. Yeah, I mean, so I think it'll be something else. I think that they're going to have to start gearing up for the next iteration of Luke Skywalker pretty soon. So whenever that happens, you know, Jedi Luke has to make it here. I mean, well, you know, the CLS event was a long time ago now. So the next iteration of the Luke journey has to make its way here. Maybe not before the end of the year, but definitely by the beginning of next year. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, you know, I think that they're going to start to lead up to that, and we're going to need certain characters for that. So I think that some of those characters aren't in the game yet. So I think that, you know, maybe a raid reward that would be cool for that could be Endor Leia. You know, not really an exciting character for a raid reward, but you know, she could also be a reward for another type of event. You know, maybe it's not a raid, you know, but
I think we need some more Geonosians and Tuscans to fill out the factions.
That's something. I think they're going to rework clones. I think that's definitely coming. I think the clone rework is going to happen at some point. Tuscans,
I love my clone boys, yes.
Tuscans and Geonosians could get some love, but, you know, I definitely... That Leia, that Endor Leia that we faced in the C-3PO event, I don't think they just created that Leia for nothing. I think that character model, maybe with different set of abilities, will make her way into the game at some point. Maybe as a guild event store reward, maybe a raid reward, maybe the next iteration of territory battles. Maybe the next territory battles is territory battles Endor. You know, maybe Endor Leia is one of the rewards there from the guild event store for that territory battles. You know, we'll have to see. Maybe she's a character that you get kind of like you get Hoth Leia right now. You know, like you know, she's just she's just somebody you get through territory battles. So you know, we'll see. But I think we're going to need her definitely to get the Return of the Jedi Luke. So that's when that piece comes into the game. You know, they're on the they're on the grind. They're starting to work up towards that Luke event. So,
all right, y'all. I hate to cut this short, but it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and
we're gonna wrap it up here. So I mean, you know, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. You know, we're gonna call it a night. It's getting kind of late. You know, I got work tomorrow too. I'm glad I was able to unlock Revan for you guys. I'm glad everybody was able to see that here live. Definitely make sure to check out Maurice and TMoney stream tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern Time on the Operation Metaverse channel. Link is in the description. Go check that out. Also, make sure to check out Ranger Infinity stream on Wednesday nights at, is it 8 Eastern?
Mm-hmm.
8 Eastern, and the link is also in the description. And we'll all be on the Jedi Academy stream this Saturday, probably bantering about the same stuff. So, look forward to seeing you guys there. May the Force be with you guys, and we will see you next week on Sunday, 11 o'clock. I decided to do the stream tonight because of the event, so I figured we'd hold off one more day and stream the event live. But see you next Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.